Hey y'all, so I'm being bullied into making content. So I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about why you can be arrested. So if you've seen my other videos, I talked about, at birth, your mom signs you up for a birth certificate and Social Security benefits. Those are services offered by the federal government under their 19 express powers. What they do as soon as your mom signs you up is they have the Secretary of Treasury, which is just their accounting department for the corporation. They have them use actuary tables and look at your parents' education, how much they make, all this bullshit. And then they decide how much you're going to make over your entire life. And then they apply that bond to your birth certificate. And that makes the master trust account. If you look on your Social Security card, on the back of the card is the routing number to where your master account is, which means there's 12 Federal Reserve banks. So that routing number is to one of the 12 banks. And then on the front is your account number. So the reason why you want to authenticate your birth certificate is to separate yourself from the straw man, which is that dead fictitious debtor corporation that they created in your name, which is the all caps name, right? So the reason why you can go to jail is because your entire life you've been conditioned to think that you need to respond when somebody says your name. So if you think about government services, they also offer public school. In public school, they condition you to raise your hand or answer when somebody's calling roll or calling attendance, so that when you go into a court, you do the exact same thing. But the problem is they're playing chess, you're playing checkers. So when they call your name in a courtroom, they're talking about the actual trust. And when you stand up and say, yeah, that's me, they're assuming that you're the trustee of the trust. So, and not the beneficiary, which is what you actually are. So a trustee's only job is to handle the obligations and debts of the corporation or whatever. And you're in court because they're saying that you defaulted on that. So a trustee can be arrested and charged for any defaults on a trust. And a judge is supposed to just be there to administer the trust. And that's why they get to decide, one, because you're a U.S. citizen, but two, because you're a trustee. You admitted to being a trustee when you're the beneficiary. Now, what also happens is because you admitted to being a trustee, you left the beneficiary slot abandoned so they can go in and ravish your trust. And what they do is make 3 bonds per charge and sell it on the securities market or stock market for a lower amount. And they basically are able to monetize off of it. And they don't tell you that it's happening. So they're stealing money from your trust because you leave it abandoned. So that's one. Two, jurisdiction. They don't have jurisdiction over you if you're not a U.S. citizen. The only thing that gives them jurisdiction is voter registration, which reaffirms you're a U.S. citizen. Like all the driver's license, like all of that on your documents, you put U.S. citizen, which gives them jurisdiction over you. But if you look up what jurisdiction the U.S. actually has, the federal government, it'll say Washington, D.C., and then a couple federal zones. That's the only place that they have jurisdiction to even sentence you. These courthouses are not even on federal land, so they don't have the right to do that. You just don't